Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's DLloyd. So a lot of people are speculating as to what the Rockets are going to do with their starting lineup, mainly how they're going to handle Carmelo Anthony, and do they view Carmelo as a starter on this team, or is Carmelo Anthony going to come off of the bench, possibly in a six-man role? Now, people were saying earlier that Melo, he is willing to come off of the bench. Of course, media day happened. Carmelo Anthony had a chance to address some of these speculations, and he really didn't tell you what is going to happen. The only clarification that we got was Carmelo Anthony saying, I am very clear on my role. So we don't know what that role specifically is going to be. Is that going to be coming off of the bench as the team six-man, or is that going to be being a starter on this team? For Carmelo Anthony, that is something that people have been speculating before. I'm one of the guys who do think Melo should have accepted a six-man role with the Oklahoma City Thunder, not because of talent, just because of the fit with a lot of the ISO players on that team. Melo coming in, heading that second unit, I thought he would get even more opportunities with that second unit as the primary scorer, as opposed to being the third option with OKC's starting lineup last season. Think the same thing pretty much this year as well with Houston. You have more opportunities as a scorer coming off of the bench, and immediately you are that guy for the time being. And then, of course, you can play starter minutes. You can still play 25, still play 30 minutes per game. But just the ability to come off of the bench, you are fresher than a lot of the other players. You're going to get the ball because you are the primary scorer. You allow James Harden, you allow Chris Paul to rest just a little bit. Then they come back in the game and you can stay in the game. And then late in the game, you can also still be there as well, playing those clutch minutes. I think that is the best fit for Carmelo Anthony, in my opinion, with the Houston Rockets. I have a vibe that, of course, I think Melo will actually start, at least the beginning of the year. I do think Houston will actually start Carmelo Anthony on day one. Will he end up the starter come playoff time? Not quite sure. Of course, we have to see how they mesh, how they gel, how the unit comes together. But I do think ultimately Houston, they're not going to cause a rift with Carmelo right away. I think Melo is very adamant about starting. He really, really wants to start. His pride, I don't think it's going to allow him to come off of the bench unless, of course, he just comes out here, lays an egg, doesn't play well at all. Then maybe they could then convince him to come off of the bench. But I don't think that is going to happen. So a lot of people running away with the fact that he is willing to come off the bench. I'm definitely going to pump the brakes on that one. I don't think he's willing to come off the bench. I think they have some sort of agreement that he will start, even if it is in a lesser capacity. His minutes could be down. He knows, of course, he is not the primary option. He's not even the second option. Definitely 3, maybe even 4 for the Houston Rockets. But I do think he will start day one. Of course, we'll find out how they're handling the rotation in about a month or so. So we'll see a little less than a month actually before the start of the NBA season. Preseason begins on Friday. So we will see how things kind of shake up. But Carmelo Anthony, do you think he is best fit on this Houston Rockets team coming off the bench as a six-man, or do you think Houston should start Carmelo Anthony? You guys let me know how you guys feel about that in the comment section below. It's your boy DLloyd. I'm see y'all next time. Peace.